Nan, is your stream of the fight buffering too? What do you mean you're watching the International Knitting Olympics? How's that stream doing? More exciting than the fight, you say? Hi everyone, I'm the Lesson Hacker and this is the Craigndave channel, and today we're talking about what happens when the digital age decides to betray us. Now picture the scene. You've got your mates around, snacks are piled high, your sofa looks like it's been raided by a pack of hyenas, and you're all set for the fight of the century, Tyson versus Jake Paul. The bell rings, the crowd roars, you press play on Netflix and nothing. Just a spinning buffering icon laughing at your pain. What do you mean Netflix isn't working? Let's talk about streaming. What even is it? Streaming is when data, movies, shows, or in this case live boxing, gets sent to you over the internet in real time. It's like Netflix is feeding you a film one frame at a time instead of giving you the whole thing up front. Now, this is different from downloading, where you grab the entire file and then watch at your leisure. Streaming is convenient, sure, but when 120 million people try to watch the same thing at the same time, well, things tend to go sideways. So, why did Netflix crumble during Tyson versus Paul? Let's break it down. First, there's bandwidth. Imagine that your internet connection is a single lane road, and imagine that that road suddenly needs to handle the entirety of London's rush hour traffic. Chaos, right? Well, that's what happens when too many people try to access the same stream. Everything grinds to a halt. Then there's the server capacity. Netflix isn't just one big computer in somebody's garage, it's a network of servers all over the world. Think of them like a chain of pizza shops, each serving your neighborhood. But on fight night, it was as if the entire planet ordered pizza at the same time, and suddenly Netflix couldn't keep up with the dough. It is the sheer volume of people accessing the stream that causes a problem. They're basically DDoSing themselves. Not a problem for your live stream, was it, Brian? Not a problem for your gaming live stream with one viewer? And finally, there's latency, the time it takes for data to travel from Netflix's servers to your screen. Now this is where buffering comes in. You know when you're trying to get ketchup out of a nearly empty bottle and it just won't budge? Well, that's latency, but in internet terms. So can this sort of disaster be avoided? Well, yes. Enter content delivery networks, or CDNs. These are like mini Netflix hubs stationed around the world. So instead of your stream coming all the way from California, it's delivered from somewhere closer, like Milton Keynes. Then there's load balancing, which spreads viewers across multiple servers, kind of like opening extra tills at a supermarket. And don't forget adaptive streaming, which drops your video quality when demand gets too high. Sure, Tyson might look like he's been rendered in Minecraft, but at least you're still watching. But let's be honest, Netflix should have known that this was coming. Tyson is a boxing legend and Jake Paul brings in millions of fans, and hype for this fight was off the charts. You'd think that after their infamous Love is Blind reunion fiasco, where a live stream crashed harder than a GCSE student opening their maths results, they'd have learned a thing or two, but clearly not. So what now? Well, Netflix has big plans for live sports, including a deal with the WWE, but if they want to handle a digital smackdown, they'll need to upgrade their tech game. More servers, better CDNs, and maybe a hotline to let Jeff Bezos and AWS support. The truth is the future of streaming looks promising. With 5G rolling out and internet speeds improving, maybe one day we'll look back at buffering the way we look back at floppy disks, like a bad memory we're glad to leave behind. Until then, next time that you're stuck staring at a spinning Netflix logo, just remember, it's not your Wi-Fi, it's the popcorn machine behind the scenes running out of kernels. And on that note, if Netflix wants to avoid another disaster for Tyson v Paul 2, they might need to train their servers harder than Jake Paul trained for that fight. Maybe Rocky can lend them a hand, or a montage. To summarize, streaming delivers data in real time, but Netflix's servers and bandwidth couldn't handle the massive demand from 120 million viewers for the Tyson versus Jake Paul fight, leading to buffering and crashes. Issues like limited server capacity, internet bottlenecks, and latency caused the fiasco, despite existing solutions like CDNs, content delivery networks, and load balancing. Netflix's past live streaming failures, such as the Love is Blind reunion, show the platform needs to invest heavily in better infrastructure to handle live events, especially with plans for WWE streaming. With advancements like 5G and adaptive streaming, the future of live streaming looks brighter, but Netflix needs to up its game to avoid repeating these high-profile embarrassments. This has been the Lesson Hacker for Craigndave. Thanks for watching, and remember, buffering may be temporary, but the memes about Netflix's failures are forever. Well, how's that for a punchy script? Just it's punchy because it was a boxing match. I need to get better writers.